What's up? Hey, whoo. What's happening? It's your Vape at 5. I'm BlackCat. I'm your host. Today, there's a couple things I want to talk about today to get us started. One of them is pretty much the title of this episode of the Vape at 5. One thing, I'll preface this. The first thing I want to say is that I think a lot more people are getting active in advocacy. I see a lot more posts on Instagram of people posting things about advocacy, posting things about that are happening across the country and in their communities. And I think it's great. I think it's fantastic. I think that we're finally starting to get a little bit of momentum. I think that the dire circumstance that is the industry right now and is the community is finally starting to kind of get through to people. I think that people talking about it over and over and over again, and some of the bigger YouTubers and Instagrammers getting involved in it is really starting to pay some dividends, and really makes me happy because, as I said before, if you're not going to like stand up for vaping for yourself, then do it for the future generations that are coming up behind us, that, you owe it to them to give them an alternative from smoking cigarettes. So I saw something today and I hadn't seen it yet. Now, apparently, Senator Dick Durbin. it sounds like a bad soccer player, Dick Durbin. Hey, Dick Durbin kicked the shit out of the ball last night, didn't he? Yeah, fucking did. You seen this guy, Dick Durbin? This fucking guy. He's been in Congress for 20 years. He's the senator of the state of Illinois. We all know how the state of Illinois is doing. Fantastic. City of Chicago is just the fucking mecca of change and opportunity. Put a bill forth to ban flavors in e-liquids. The bill is nicknamed the Child Protection Act. Protect Our Kids, the Child Protection Act. It's so absurd. It's so absurd to me that it isn't absurd that somebody who is as out of touch with with the nation, and somebody who's been a senator for as long as he had and worked in politics this long, it's not absurd for me to think that he would put a bill forth like this. Like, that doesn't really, that's just like, run of the mill fucking par for the course with somebody like this guy. The thing that terrifies me is how easily the American public is persuaded to think a certain way. And it's like, we are so spoon-fed what we are supposed to think a lot of times, and to ever think outside the box or to ever go against popular opinion on things becomes so taboo. And you almost get like this like huge recourse by thinking something different than what is the general consensus of the population. And, the general consensus now, and it's starting to change, slowly but surely starting to change, that vaping is going to cause cancer. There's all kinds of scare tactics that they use. You're vaping formaldehyde, asbestos, whatever they want to say. Things that through just a tiny bit of online research that you can basically debunk immediately. It almost, so when you see something like this, you think, how can they be serious? Like, they're not going to do that. Like, there's just absurd. They're not going to do it. They're going to do it, guys. They're going to fucking do it. I can guarantee they're going to fucking do it. And the chances of it, he is the majority whip or the minority whip leader in the Senate, or whatever that's called. The guy who's basically the Democratic leader in the Senate. He's the head of a shitload of committees. He's a guy with major juice. Like, he's got power, and he is sponsoring this bill to protect your children. I looked at his donors today, because obviously everything in Washington is done by money. Everything is done by money. Trust me, nothing moves in that city if there's not the financial push to get it done. Nobody does anything for your benefit. Nobody does anything based on your benefit. Let me tell you that. Just get that completely out of your mind. It's how capitalism works, how this country works. It's okay. Things run fine. I can still drive down the street and get McDonald's and and my vape juice, and like I'm cool. But pretty soon I'm not going to be able to get my vape juice anymore. So what can you do? There's a couple things you can do. They've made it easier and easier and easier for you to contact your senators. I sent an email today to Dickie Durbin. Nothing absurd, just a straight up, hey, I use flavors to quit smoking. Please don't take this technology away from me. I believe it's the future. Please do I invite you to do a little bit of research. Obviously, he's not going to contact me. Why would he contact me? I'm just some dick. But do a little research on your own before before you start swiping a pen and trying to take away something that is saving people's lives. Just, piece of advice. There is also a text service that you can use. I used it today. The number is below. I can't remember it off the top of my head. I think it's 86054, something like that. You'll text this number with the word resist. Okay. And then they'll come back to you. They'll ask you your name, your location. Then once you get that, they will preload who your senators, your congressman, and your governor is into this. Then you just type back who you want to send the message to. You'll see it below. You'll type who you want to send the messages to, whether it be the governor, Congress, a senator, whoever. Then it will load up what is your message you want to say. You type in your message, and then you just hit send, or you type send, and it sends the message out for you. It's so easy to use. I used it today. I already got contacted back by both my state senators, or senators for the state of Ohio. And I just told them, I said, you know what? We don't want to be a part of this bill. You know what I mean? We want you to vote against the Senate. It is Senate Bill 3319 is in the title of this episode. I bring it up first and I take it out of the way, to really say how, important this is. The FDA apparently was dragging their feet as far as Big Pharma and Big Tobacco were concerned. So they decided to go another route and to try to push it through Congress and the Senate before the FDA can gather enough information in order to make a logical and rational and something for the country's benefit decision. So get out there and email them and tell them, it's the only way that this is going to change, guys. The only way this is going to change is if we all try to do something about it. If we don't try to do something about it, nothing's going to change. They're going to keep doing it. And I promise you, this stuff like this, it's just, it just goes to show what will happen if, somebody doesn't stand up and say, hey, we can't do this. You can't do this to us. We're not going to let you. We're going to try to vote you out of office. Will that happen? I don't know. I don't know if we have enough clout to do that. We're a very small minority of the minority. I mean, vaping is a small minority of this country. The people who are advocates are a very small population of the vaping community. So, will that make a difference? I don't know for sure. I don't know for sure if it will, but I know one thing, that if I don't do anything, that it definitely won't make a difference. So I feel as an adult, a responsible adult, somebody who knows that this is wrong, and knows that vaping has helped me, that is my responsibility. So take a minute today, go do the resist to the 5-digit text number below and email Senator Durbin. Don't be a dick. Don't be a dick when you email Dick. Dear Dick. Dear Dick Cranium. Dear Mr. Richard Cranium. Do it today, guys. I'm not fucking around. Seriously. Do something about it, because it's going to happen. I mean, it just shit like this just happens and you don't even realize it does. Next thing you know, it's gone. That's the way it works. So, all right, let's say hi to everybody. I got a special little build I'm going to do today for one of the members of our audience. Somebody that I don't really know too much about, but I have my eye on. And Adam, what's up, man? How you doing, Adam? Good to see you, brother. Glad you're here. Welcome to the Vape at 5. Today's Thursday. Today is Chat Interaction Day. Today is the day that I rechat and respond to all your little questions, comments. Raja, what's up, dude? How you doing, Raja? Good to see you, brother. BlackCatWhiteFace Vapes. That's me, and I am fantastic. Blades, what's up, Blades? How you doing, brother? Great to see you, man. Glad you are here, sir. Bones. What's up, Bones? How you doing, man? Great to see you. Glad you're here. Cal's Irons. What's up, Cal's? You never answer me. Are you a motorcycle guy? Ride motorcycles? Motorbikes? Sounds like a motorcycle game. Or do you work with iron? That's what you told me, right? You don't work with motorcycles. You're right. You work with iron. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool, brother. Charles, what's up, Charles? Man, good to see you, brother. Hope things are good. Clint, I'm not on your fucking lawn, Johnson. Clint, I love you, man. That's fucking hilarious. DB Squonks. What's up, DB? How you doing, man? Great to see you, brother. Glad you're here. Doug. What's up, Doug? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Frank. Okay, Frank. So, fucking Frank. So Frank wins yesterday, and the first time he's ever won. I think it's the first time he ever won. Should be. Hope it is. And I opened up Instagram last night before going to bed. Had some stuff going on in my life, real life, my life. Doing well, dealing with that. I opened up my Instagram, and all it said was, "Where's my stuff?" I knew it. I fucking knew it. He hasn't even won for less than 25 minutes, and he had already sent me a message saying, "Where's my stuff?" Now, of course, with Frank, nothing can be easy. There's a fucking caveat. Frank wants to make sure that he's like, you need to send me at this home level, and I can't go below this, and so this, that. So I can't just send him what I already made. So today, Frank, just for you today, Frank, is your build day. I'm going to build a build for you. I'm going to give you a couple options, and you're going to tell me what you want, and then I will make it live for you so you can see your coils being made. Purge truck today. Warrior on top, 2650. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, you know what I mean. 2700 battery in there, not 2650. It's not that big. A 2700 battery in there. Like it. Hits pretty good. Purges hit pretty good. Definitely made in America. I don't know if you saw that video on. Did I talk about that yesterday? You saw that video on the Legion network, whatever. They're fucking made in America. That's for damn sure. Eric Sutherland, what's up, dude? How you doing, Eric? Good to see you, man. Glad you're here. Ian Thomas, what's up, Ian? Good to see you, man. Glad you're here, sir. James Capozzi, what's up, James? Good to see you, man. Joey to the motherfucking O. What's up, Joey? How you doing, man? JTH, what's up, JTH? How you doing, man? Glad you're here. Merle, what's up, Merle? How you doing, man? OMG. Oh my God. What's up, OMG? Good to see you, man. Church. Now, missed my show yesterday using the micrometer. I used it successfully. Took a lot of the comments that you put in last time and used them to my best interest. Ignored half, but I used it perfectly. You missed it. You completely missed me being successful using the micrometer. Very disappointed that you weren't here. Phil Lee, what's up, Phil? How you doing, man? Great to see you. Philly Vape, what's up, Philly? How you doing, man? How's the YouTube channel going? It's also stuff you put up there. Great stuff, man. Really impressed. I like it. Keep going, brother. Keep going. Vaping Buckeye. What's up, Buckeye? How you doing, man? Good to see you, dude. We got to get together. Got to get some stuff made and back out. I'm almost out of shirts. I got one shirt left. It's a 4X, and I got one towel left. So everyone's tomorrow. You're just getting a towel unless you wear 4X. You wear 4X, you can have it too. So hopefully somebody, a bigger person wins. The Wolf. What's up, Mr. Wolf? How you doing, man? Good to see you, Jeremy. Timmy vapes a lot. Timmy! What's up, Timmy? How you doing, brother? Great to see you. Todd Black. What's up, Todd Black? Glad you're here, man. Tommy to the motherfucking V. What's up, Tommy? How you doing, man? Tommy, been talking to Tommy on Facebook. Found some stuff. Peculiar stuff going on here on the YouTubes that we found quite funny. Vape Russ Vape. What's up, Vape Russ Vape? Good to see you, man. Glad you're here. Wood Tick Mike. How you doing, brother? Great to see you. And the porn star, the man himself, Mr. Zach Stone. All right, let's go back to live chat so I can interact with you fools. Phil, digital calipers. Now, Phil is very literal. I haven't noticed. He's very literal. He's like, no, Scott. Those are not micrometers. They are digital calipers. Phil, you have to understand my sense of humor. My sense of humor is mine, and I say whatever the fuck I want because guess what? This is my show. All right, guys. So I'm going to do a build today for Mr. Frank. Frank, I need to know, do you want all stainless steel or all nichrome? You tell me. Nichrome 80 or all stainless steel? Respond now. Hey, what's up, Juan? Big boy, what's up, dude? How you doing, man? You want nichrome? All right, nichrome. So what I'm gonna do for you? I'm gonna do 429 gauge. I haven't done a 429 gauge alien before, so this will be the first time. It's gonna be 429 gauge nichrome with 36 gauge nichrome frames. Should be a pretty decent vape. I keep hearing how great of a vape it is, so we are gonna give it a shot today. Gonna decore off of a 27 gauge. So 29 gauge is interesting because 29 gauge is the only gauge where it's actually the same exact size in millimeters, 0.29, that it is the gauge number. So I think it's kind of cool. 0.29 millimeters, and it is 29 gauge. So something you can put in your little in your noodle there whenever you need a decore. Times it comes out to a 27 gauge decore. It's a little bit small on the small side, but that'll be fine. I could go up to 26, but I just think it'd be too damn big. Nick, what's up, dude? How you doing, man? Had some guy I work with. Going away? He's moving to another part of the company. He's actually moving from Columbus, Ohio, down to North Carolina. So we had his going away going away lunch today. And I got trapped in this, like, okay. So I'm not like, if you have, like, okay, I know you probably can't tell, but like, I'm not a conversation guy. Conversations to me, they're for a reason. And I'm just not a conversation guy. I never have been. I can't just have a conversation with somebody. Unless there's like a point to the conversation. So I got trapped today between the two most talkative motherfuckers like that I work with, and it was absolute torture. At one point, I'm sitting between these two, and I look at them and I'm like, "Look, you're not having this fucking conversation with me in the middle. It's not happening. Stop having this conversation." Now, of course, you're not supposed to talk politics at work. It's just not. And of course, one's a Democrat and one's a liberal, or one's a Republican. So they're like talking over each other, arguing about politics around me. It was fucking torture. I just wanted to be like, shut the fuck up, you two. I don't want to hear it. I don't care. It's fucking awful, man. I was just like, what did I do to deserve this? How did I end up in this seat? Food was fantastic, though. I went to this fucking seafood restaurant. Pretty fancy one here in Columbus. And had a crab cake sandwich. Fried crab cakes on a bun. It was fucking awesome. They gave me like this like ranch fucking dipping sauce. I don't know what the hell it was. It was fantastic. So this week, tomorrow, we are giving away a KTX RTA and 3 sets of coils from Ramo to you. One set is already installed. You saw me install it yesterday when I did the review on the KTX. Is this all messed up? Let me see what this looks like. Hold on. I'm trying to finish off this nichrome spool. Just making sure it's not all jacked up before I start using it. It looks all right. Okay. Let's clean this up a bit. Trying to consolidate some wire because I have so many spools open. That's why I didn't open my other nichrome. Just because I'm trying to get rid of all these. Or not get rid of them, just consolidate them a little bit. What was I talking about? Oh, tomorrow's giveaway. So tomorrow you get, now to enter that giveaway, you have to go to Ramo to use page. You have to repost a picture from Ramo with the hashtag BlackCatFam. If you'll see some people that posted, I just put at Ramo, just so he knows you're reposting his picture, put an at on there. Just do an at on him if you didn't get it in the repost, and put BlackCatFam on there. The BlackCatFam hashtag, when we started the BlackCatFam hashtag about, what was it, like 5-6 months ago, it had like 27 things on it. Now it's almost 2,000. There's almost been 2,000 posts with the hashtag BlackCatFam. Pretty freaking cool. Snoozy, what's up, dude? How you doing, Dan? Yeah, we have, yeah. They're real particular on what they serve, though. The seafood place, they're real particular on what they serve. They don't have everything, but I mean, it's good. It's an upper echelon. Like, they get it flown in, I believe. Chicken of the sea. I gotta watch this spool. Chinese seafood. No, it's all like a real. It's called the Columbus Fish Market. We have a guy in Columbus named Cameron Mitchell that makes some really good restaurants. He's got like probably 7 different restaurants in Columbus, all different kinds of food. They're all really good. Yeah, but the fish market is pretty legit. They have oysters. I mean, I've never eaten oysters there, but they have them. Okay, that should be plenty. And I literally probably have enough for one more decor off of this, so that's perfect. It's funny because I got rid of one of my spools of stainless steel the other day. I was working on it, and it literally came off to like perfectly the amount I needed. It was so weird. I don't know if that's weird, and that was weird to me. I was like, how in the fuck did that happen? Was it perfectly exactly where I needed it to be? And I ran out right then. Okay, cut this off. All right. That is plenty. I actually made more than I needed. Okay, so let's frame up 429 gauge. Put my stainless steel away because I don't need that. And got my nichrome. It's out of the way. Friends from the coast. I would, dude. I would love to go to Japan and have some seafood. I don't know if, I've thought about that. If I was going to pick a country to go to in Asia, I'm not really sure which one I would go to. I mean, because there's all different benefits to going to different ones. I think Japan would be really neat to go to, but I'm weird. Like, I think, like, I wouldn't want to go there just because I'd be kind of nervous to, but I think it'd be kind of neat to go to North Korea just to see what it's like. Just as, because it's such a sham. Like, like they have like the stores that are nothing in them. So like when the news agencies come there, they have these stores that look gorgeous from the outside, but then you go in and it's basically just set up to look that way. But I think it'd be like cool to like go in there and see actually what it's like. But that would only be if you had free roam. Like if you could just roam around and do what you wanted, but you can't there because everything's controlled, especially American coming in. Like they're not, there's a chance that you go there and the supreme leader, the other supreme leader besides me, of the glue gun revolution, but he's like the supreme leader of North Korea. So he could just say, you're a fucking spy and we're going to execute you. And there's really nothing you could do about it. I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, the American people would be outraged, but I mean, who could stop him from doing that? You know what I mean? So I think it'd be interesting. Like I was always fascinated as a kid, we always grew up, when I grew up as a kid, it was like we were the good guys and Russia was the bad guys. That was kind of like the mentality of America, when in reality, nobody was the good guys, nobody was the bad guys. Just because people were Russian didn't make them bad guys. You know what I mean? Like that's just a dumb way to think. But of course we thought that way. I mean, that was how we were like conditioned to think. And but I always wanted to go to like Russia and to see what it was like. Like I don't know, like fucking. I know it's in the Ukraine, but I still like to go to Kirkuk, or whatever that city is. That's right next to Chernobyl. There's a town. So if you ever know anything about Chernobyl, which I think is fascinating, but basically when they had when the reactor exploded, there's a town that basically was set up for the plant, okay, and the town that was set up was like just a regular functioning town, but it was actually like a really really nice town, really really nice part of the Ukraine, about 2 hours north of Kiev. and they had like a bunch of modern amenities. Like it was like really like they were spoiled up there. Great schools, like everything was really nice because they worked on the power plant. And they emptied that town out, and like they basically sent this thing out saying, "Hey, the town that supported Chernobyl, like after it happened at night, and then like the next day, it was like business as usual. And they're like, well, I think something happened at the nuclear plant last night. Yeah, I heard something happened over there. But people were like, hush, hush about it. You know how fucking Russia is. Well, they decided they're going to have to, basically, they were doing, you know, radiation readings. They're like, uh-oh, like this town is going to, everybody's going to fucking die. We got to get everybody out of here. So they got everybody out. They basically sent a bunch of buses from Kiev, and they took the entire town out under the premise that we're going to bring you back, right? We're going to bring you back after a couple of days after we clean it up. We're going to bring you back. And they never brought them back. The fucking city basically stopped in time. So that city that supported Chernobyl, and I forget the name, it's like Turkut or something like that. You can look it up. But that city basically stopped in time. So you go there, there's like a Ferris wheel, like a kids park, and everything still there, all radioactive. I don't know if it is anymore. Probably isn't anymore. But I always thought it'd be really neat to go there. I always was like, yeah, I'd like to fucking go there and see what that's like. How fucking creepy that would be. There's movies about like, you know, about Chernobyl, like Chernobyl Diaries and stuff. It's actually not Chernobyl. I mean, Chernobyl's like the neighboring city. That's not the city where everything's at. They kind of got the name for it, but it was the Chernobyl nuclear power plant was the site, but it wasn't actually in Chernobyl. So anyway, a little fun fact for you. I spent like when I was drinking a lot, I would find things and then I would almost obsess about learning about them. Like I would find things, and it could be anything. It could be anything. Like I would just find certain things, and I would try to learn as much about that subject as I possibly could. And I got on a nuclear power plant kick one time, and I started reading everything I could find about nuclear power plants. And one of them that I really got interested in was Chernobyl, and how that happened and what happened and the type of reactor it was and like everything that led up to it and the people who were involved and what happened to them. And I got like really into it and like reading about stuff like that. That's how I used to do when I was drinking. What a fucking boring life. But it's kind of interesting, Chernobyl's a really Pripyat or whatever. Thank you, Nick. Yeah, it'll always be radioactive. Yeah, and one funny thing about that, so this just kind of tells you. So the there's a lot of people at fault. It was human error. All nuclear accidents, like 3 Mile Island, Chernobyl, even the one in Japan, is all human error. I mean, just design errors, or the one in Chernobyl was a backed up. Was it the water wasn't getting in because one of the readers had gone out? Chernobyl was they were running this test, and then they did the shut off switch. When they did the shut off switch, it fucking reacted, and yeah, I'm not going to go into how it did it, but basically it was human error. You know what I mean? They were reading the gauges wrong. They followed the road. They just would have let the computers do what it was supposed to do. There wouldn't have been any problems. But yeah, like the guy who was the lead technician that night, who was doing the test in Chernobyl, he spent the rest of his life in jail. And the guy who ran the plant, he spent the rest of his life in jail. Yeah, it's an interesting story. Chernobyl's a very interesting story. A lot of people, I mean, the firemen who showed up to the fire that like basically just got microwaved. I mean, I think they lived like maybe 3 or 4 days after that in just absolute agony. I mean, just fucked them up because they were unprotected. They had like firefighter gear on, trying to put out this nuclear fire that's burning at like 1,000,000 degrees. You know? Yeah, all the guys. I don't know how much I should go into it because it's probably pretty boring, but yeah. Yeah, in the cleanup of it, they made a sarcophagus, and that's actually falling apart. So there's plans to build another one to try to keep it together, keep it covered, the reactor. And they actually, what people don't really know is they were still producing energy out of that. It was reactor number 3 is the one that blew up, and the other 3 reactors were still producing energy till like 5 years ago. So there were still people working there. Pretty crazy. What's up, Addy? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Yeah. All right, boy. I'll tell you what. 29 gauge is so much smaller than 28. It's like hugely different. It's kind of funny. And this is going to be a really, really small core, even though it's 4 of them. Okay. Move this down. This build's going to be all coil society wire. All right. Put this on here. Let's even it up and glue the end so it goes in my chuck. All right. Okay, there we go. Hold it there. Cut the end off here. All right. Ay, ay, ay. Why are you talking about burning myself? I'm burning the fuck out of myself right now. Ow! But I can't move my head because I don't want to lose the spot. Hold it tight. Oh, I should show this off. Is Buckeye still on here? Vaping my blueberry glazed donut. Fucking fantastic. Had it up in my nightstand, but I brought it down. Okay, let's bring this back over here, get this set up, and we will give it a shot. See if we can get this. Hey, Matt, what's up, man? How you doing, Matthew? Easy Rider, what's up, dude? Kim, how you doing, hon? Merlin, how you doing, man? Good to see you. So I don't know. I don't think there's no fucks vaping tonight. I believe that I think don't they have like no fucks vaping or something? Is that tonight or is that I don't know. I watched some of them. I think that might be tonight. And trying to think of who else is on Thursday. That looks pretty damn centered to me. All right, take my decor here. I'll bring the camera down so y'all can see. I'll tell you, this blueberry glazed donut is fucking fantastic. If Buckeye's still on here, this stuff is unbelievable. Listen to old time stories. I used to, and that's what I used to do. from Hong Kong. Everybody assumed her name was Lee. The that's why I got into like studying. Like I do conspiracy. I used to study. Like I don't like I always say I don't believe in a lot of conspiracy theories. I think there's a happy medium between what you're told is the truth and what the conspiracy theory is. There's like a median in between the two. That's somewhere that's probably the truth. But I used to study a lot of conspiracy theories. Like that same time when I was drinking, I had all kinds of like weird things that I basically would like read about, watch videos about, watch a lot of YouTube videos about. Any documentaries I could find about the subject, I'd watch them. I got into like a documentary phase where I'd watch, like, God, I watched a lot of documentaries, man, about almost anything. Like pretty much any documentary you've seen, if you describe a little bit of it, I may not remember the title, but if you describe a little bit of it, I've probably seen it, more than likely. Macro. There we go. There we go. All right, move this down here. Frank, these are your coils, dude. So if I mess them up, I won't feel that bad. I'm just kidding, man. I'm trying to make a good set here. Okay, looks pretty good so far. Let's just flatten it out. Always flat. I always flatten it out at the very beginning here. Just trying to keep it nice and tight. Nice and tight. All right, there. Okay, looking real good so far. We're just gonna walk it down real slow. Okay, there we go. Starting to bend up a little bit. We'll fix that before we keep going. Perfect. This back here. All right. We're starting to bend up again. Okay. All right. Well, fuck it. We're gonna push that all the way down. Skip around it. I got it a little crunched up on me. But that's all right. All right. I still got plenty to do on here, so what we're gonna do. Just gonna start over. There we go. Now I got it. I can actually pull it. I couldn't really pull on it before to keep it straight, but now I can. So we're just gonna hope I can get it here. Messing your coils up, Frank. down. Yeah, I fucked it up. God damn it. Well, Frank, you may be getting a set of mohawks too. Let's just mohawk it out. I'm not going to worry about it. There we go. Shit. All right. I fucked it up anyway. I will have to make you another one. Let's see what this mohawk looks like, though. This might be kind of cool. Let's get back up here. Frank's like, fuck you! One of those days. One of those days, sir. Oh, I got my coils from Nick, too. Nice. Let's see what I got here. Got a pretty decent mohawk here. Damn tight, too. I don't even want that. I must have forgot to stretch it. Did I stretch it? If I did it? Can't remember if I did or not. I got a bunch of crap and a pretty nice alien. All right. That will just not do, sir. So what I'm going to do, I have this extra piece. I'm going to make you a single coil here. I'll throw this in there with it, and then I'll give you a set of my supply. This one's, yeah, this is a good one. I would hold Nick's package. What's up, Nick? All right, let's see how many wraps I can get out of this bad boy. This is a 4-core 0.3, 0.4 mix. Oh, there it is. See how many wraps I can get out of this thing. Typically, I would have stopped and got that, but I just didn't feel like, I don't know. Just don't feel like it today. Just don't feel like her. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 wrap. That's fucking fantastic. Get this over here. Pull this out a little bit. Straighten that out. Pull that down. And let me clean this up just a touch. That 8 wrap, 4-core. See if I can get it to show up there. Thing's a fucking beast. Wonder if this thing would fit in the Warrior. Let me check. I bet you it will. Yep, it sure would. Yep, if you've got a Warrior, this will fit in single coil. Let me see what it ohms out at. That is a fucking warrior coil for sure. All right. Dual coil. 0.4. 80. Next. Micro 80. Next. How many wraps was it? 8? 8 wrap. 1.3 or 0.132 is what it ohms out at, even though it's an 8 wrap. Single coil. 0.138. That's damn. That's a beefy one, man. I'll throw that in with somebody's this week. Guys, it's a good single coil. Only thing is it won't fit in most. You can pull some of the wraps off of if you want to. However you want to do it. Nick, people got your vape mail. Right on, man. Awesome. Yeah, it always feels good when people get your stuff because you know everything worked out. Nobody's like, I didn't get my shit. You're like, what the fuck? I keep all my tracking, but I never send it out just because it's like, it's kind of a pain in the ass. Like if something goes wrong, I'll send it out. Phil can prove spherical Earth mathematically from the asymmetry of time traveling in each direction around the planet. I don't know what that means. That's scary as fuck. Throw out 3 millimeter, Juan. That's nothing, Phil. I can poke poo with a stick. All right, guys, that is a quick one for today. Got to get ready and get all ready for tomorrow, which tomorrow, you know, is Free Friday on the Vape at 5. I will see you guys tomorrow. Make sure, I got this cold. I don't know what the hell it's from. It's fucking summertime. I don't know why I got a cold. Make sure that you repost a picture from Raymo to you with the hashtag BlackCatFam to enter tomorrow's giveaway for the KTX and 3 sets of his coils. Plus, you will get 3 sets of my coils and a towel, $25 gift certificate to Adori Liquid, and my last 2 bottles of Rig D juice. I don't know if you guys are sending me more, but at the last 2, I'll probably give 1 away. Nah, I'll give 2. I'll give 2 bottles away. All right, guys, see you tomorrow. Hope you guys have a fantastic night. Love you guys. If you're in recovery, stay strong. I promise I will too. See you tomorrow.